In this video, we're going to talk about our ad tracking feature that enables you to track the effectiveness of your marketing so that you can easily know what is working and what is not working. Two very key things you definitely need to know. Now, the overview of this brief video is that we're going to address three simple questions. Number one, what is our ad tracking feature? Next, why is it so valuable? And last, and definitely not least, how do you use it? So let's start out with what is our ad tracking feature. Our ad tracking feature is the ability for you to get quantifiable feedback on how many people are either clicking on a link or a banner. And if the link or a banner goes to a lead capture page, then you can also know how many people entered their information on your lead capture page, and you can also know the percentage of people who entered their information on a lead capture page. So again, you're going to be able to know how many people clicked on a link or a banner, how many people entered their information if that link or banner goes to a lead capture page, and the actual percentage of people that entered their information compared to the total number of people that clicked on that link or banner. Now, let's talk about why is our ad tracking feature so valuable. Well, when you're tracking your marketing efforts, then you can know which things you should keep and which things you should get rid of. So if you've got an ad out there, or if you're doing some marketing efforts, especially if you're spending money, but we all know that time is money as well. So if you're spending time and or money, you want to know which things you should do more of and which things you should get rid of. Now, there are only two key things that are really necessary to make more money. And that is, number one, to get more traffic, and number two, to increase your conversions. The conversions are the percentage of people that you've driven to a website that take action. So, if you are not tracking your marketing efforts, then you won't know how to improve your conversions. And again, if you don't improve your conversions, you're missing out on a key critical factor to dramatically increase the ability for you to make a lot more money. So, last question, very important question, is with everything we've just addressed, how do you use the ad tracking feature? So, let's look at our admin area and how specifically to use our ad tracking feature. Okay, now we are going to go to our ad tracking page so you can see how to use this amazing feature. And the way that you do that is by putting your mouse on the websites button up here near the top of the site and coming down to ad tracking. So you click on it and it'll bring you to this page. Over here we'll tell you what is the ad tracking feature and give you some instructions, and of course watch the instructional video. So to create a new ad, what we call an ad, you simply type anything in here and click create. Before we do that, I'm going to give you an overview on two key things for tracking ads. Number one, what you would want to be able to do is track and find out what advertiser works better than another advertiser. So let's say we have a lead capture page. Let's call it lead capture page 1, lead capture page 1, advertiser 1. Okay, you give it whatever name you want, click on create, and then I had already created some subdomains. You can always create subdomains by putting your mouse on websites, coming over here to domain subdomains, and coming over here to manage subdomains. Watch the video over there, because over on there you can create unlimited subdomains. So over here, let's say we're going to, I created a lead capture LC1 for lead capture page 1, advertiser 1, and then another one, LC1 advertiser 2. So the main thing we're going to do here is we're going to give out a unique website address, this website address, to advertiser number 1, and we're going to give out this website address to advertiser 2. Both of them are going to go to the same exact lead capture page. That's really critical. Again, you can watch the video under subdomains to learn over here by coming over here to create unlimited website addresses and then point your subdomain address to, in this example, we're going to want to point it to the same exact lead capture page, but track it for two different advertisers by giving each advertiser a different website address that we can track through our ad tracking feature. Now, why do we want to do that? We want to do that so that we'll be able to tell which advertiser is going to get more traffic to that lead capture page, which one's going to be able to get more people to enter their contact information. So in this example, we're going to choose LC1 ADV1 for advertiser 1 and save my changes. And now, so we just created this ad name here, lead capture 1 advertiser 1. Now we're going to create another one for lead capture 1. So that's standing for the lead capture page 1 advertiser 2. So in this case, now we're going to come over here and we're going to assume that we've already done this. Have this different website address for the same lead capture page, but for a different advertiser. We're going to track that. So coming back over here, we're going to see now that we created two different ads. This one for advertiser 2 and this one for advertiser 1. This one goes to a different website address than this one. So the whole purpose of this is we're going to create unique website addresses under manage subdomains, which I showed you just a little bit ago. Point each of those to the same exact looking web lead capture page, but give the different website address to two different advertisers, and that way we'll be able to track the number of hits and the number of people that completed surveys for advertiser 2. And the same thing for advertiser 1. Of course, we'll be able to see the percentage of people that entered their contact information or completed that lead capture page versus the number of people that went to that page. So after tracking this for a while, we'll be able to determine which advertiser, advertiser 1 or advertiser 2, was better. Now maybe they're both good enough to continue to pay to keep using. Maybe they're both not good enough to continue to pay and you'd want to find a different advertiser. So that's one instance of using our ad tracking feature, is having different advertisers with each with a different website address going to the same exact web page so that we can see which advertiser got more hits, more people to complete the survey, and also of course track the percentage of people. So again, to summarize, we're going to start out by coming back up here and coming over to subdomains, manage subdomains, watch the video there, creating unique website addresses for each of these two different advertisers, each going to the same exact lead capture page so that we can track the results for that. Now, once you know which advertiser works better, now we want to track different lead capture pages so that you know which lead capture page works better. So in this example, let's say we find out that advertiser 1 works better. So we're going to create a new ad called it lead capture 1, or let's just call it LC1, but because now we know what that stands for. Lead capture page 1, or just, yeah. And then we're also, and let's say we're going to do that one for this domain name, that or subdomain I created earlier, lead capture page 1. And now we're going to do another one for lead capture page 2, or LC, sorry, it stands for the same thing. Well, let's just leave it at lead capture page 2. And now we're going to point that one to this page here for lead capture page 2. So in this example, what I've just done here is I have this lead capture page I'm going to send to my best advertiser. It's going to a different website address, lead capture page 1, than this one up here, which is going to lead capture page 2. Going to send both of these, which are different pages, to the same exact advertiser so that I know which one got more hits, which one got more people having the survey completed, and which one had a higher percentage, so I can find out which lead capture page, was it lead capture page 1 or lead capture page 2, that got me better results. So again, you always want to compare apples to apples. So in this case, if I'm comparing different lead capture pages, I want to use the same exact advertiser to find out. So that's the importance of testing. Is in one example, the first example I used earlier, I was testing the same exact web page with different advertisers to see which advertiser got more traffic there and got more people to enter their contact information. This last example I just used, we used the same advertiser, sending them to different lead capture pages, so I could see which lead capture page converted better. Watch the videos on both the ad tracking and the managed subdomain page so you can set up unlimited subdomains and point them to different pages, and then create an ad name over here. Now, last but definitely not least, you can always modify an ad name. So the ad name is just something internal. Nobody's going to see that, and you modify that by clicking on this. I'm not going to focus on meta tags right now. We have a separate page for meta tags and its own video there that you can learn about later. You can always delete the ad. You can always reset the ad hits. The ad hits are the numbers over here. So if you want to reset that, you can do that. You can always change the website address that you're pointing for a specific ad by clicking on that link as well. So you can't break anything by clicking on these links, I guess, unless you, well, even for deleting, you get prompted, so don't worry. You can't even delete it by just clicking on it once unless you go and approve it. So use our ad tracking feature so that you know which advertisers are going to give you the best results, which pages are going to convert better, and you'll make more money.